You just spent an hour on 5 steps a machine could have done for you. Check the inbox, pull the numbers, update the sheet, draft the reply, and finally send it. A chatbot can't do that. It only answers when you ask. An AI agent can. It takes the whole job and finishes it. By the end of this, you'll know exactly what makes something an agent, why it's different from the chatbot you already use, and where it quietly falls over, so you know when to trust one with real work. Here's the one-line version. An AI agent is a language model put in a loop and handed tools. Instead of answering a question, it works towards a goal. It figures out the steps, does them one by one, and keeps going until the job's done. Think of it less like asking a librarian a question and more like handing a task to an intern. Same brain, very different jobs. Let's stay with that intern. A chatbot is a librarian. You walk up, ask a question, get an answer, and you're done. Acting on that answer is still your job. An agent is an intern. You don't ask an intern a question, you hand them a task. Sort out the venue for Friday. They don't come back straight away. They work out the steps themselves, check the calendar, email three places, compare the quotes, book the best one, and they only come back when it's sorted. The same underlying brain as the chatbot, the difference is you gave it a goal instead of a question, plus the freedom to act and the tools to do it. That freedom is the whole idea. It's also where the risk lives, and we'll get to that. So how does an intern made of software actually get anything done? It runs a loop, 4 moves, over and over. Number 1, it looks at the goal and makes a plan. What's the next step? 2, it acts. And here's the key part. The model doesn't do the work itself. It picks a tool and uses it. Search the web, run some code, look something up in your database, send an email. 3, it observes. It reads whatever tool hands back. The search result, the error message, the row from the database. 4, it decides. Has the goal been met? If yes, stop. If not, plan the next step and go round again. The loop is the whole difference. A chatbot answers once in a straight line. An agent goes round and round, planning, acting, checking, and it can course correct when a step fails, instead of just giving up. Let's make that concrete. A customer emails asking for a refund. A chatbot could draft you a polite reply. That's it. You still do everything else. An agent takes the whole thing. Watch the loop run. It reads the email and works out the goal. This person wants their money back. It calls a tool, looks up the order in your system, when it was bought, what it cost, whether it's inside the returns window. It checks that against your policy inside the window so it's allowed. It calls another tool and issues the refund. Then one more, drafts the reply, explains what happened and sends it. And it logs the whole thing so you've got a record. 5 steps, 3 different tools, no human clicking the 5 browser tabs. You set the policy once, the agent works the ticket. Now, the honest part, because this is where the hype gets ahead of reality. Agents are impressive on short, clear tasks. They get shakier on the longer running tasks. Every step is a chance to go wrong. Take a wrong turn early and it will confidently build the next 5 steps on top of a mistake. They can get stuck, looping on the same failed step or quietly wandering off the goal. And here's the sharp edge. An agent takes real actions. When a chatbot is wrong, you get a wrong answer. When an agent is wrong, you get a wrong refund. A sent email you can't unsend. A deleted row. So autonomous does not mean unsupervised. A useful agent runs on a leash, clear limits, a stop button, and a human signing off on anything that costs money or can't be undone. So when should you use one? Use an AI agent when the work is multi-step, repetitive, and rule-bound. A job with a clear finish line, not a vague make this better. Start narrow, one workflow, a handful of tools. Prove there before you widen it. Give it read access before you give it write access. Let it look before it can touch. And log everything. So when it does something odd, you can see why. And if you're buying a tool that calls itself an agent, you now know the 3 questions that actually matter. What tools can it use? What's it allowed to do without asking you? And where does it stop and hand it back to a human? 3 things to take away. 1, an AI agent is a model in a loop with tools. It acts on a goal, it doesn't just answer questions. 2, the loop is a plan, act, observe, repeat, until the goal's met. 3, because it can actually do things, it can do the wrong thing. Keep a human on anything that matters. Now, the whole trick resets on one thing we skated over, these tools. And how does a language model, which really only produces text, reach out and actually use a browser, a database, or your email? Well, that's the next deep dive. Tool use, the mechanism that turns a chatbot into an agent.